So I've just been laughing over here because, first of all, I know a lot of you know who this creator is. I completely love him. I cannot lie. And you know why I love him? Because he is brutally honest. Now, we live in a society where we love to sugarcoat things and we don't like to hear the reality of things. So when he comes out with his analysis and half of the videos he puts out there, I love them. Like, no matter what he says, it's not offensive to me because I know that's the reality of the world we live in. Now, this video is about the whole Birkin saga because you guys know that there's a Birkin saga going on, and I just want to put my 2 cents into it. Now, he would continuously bash people that he already did his finding that are using fake bags in Nigeria and all that, but let's get into it. Now, there's this whole narrative that if you're not using certain designer products, like back in the day, it used to be the Louis Vuittons, then Gucci's, then Chanel's came around very heavy, and now it's the Birkins. It's said that if you're not taking these kind of things, you're not a person of value because wealth is being showed through these material things. And mind you, there are some Birkins that go as far as $50,000, right? Now, if you understand how Birkins works, they create a certain number of bags per year, and based on their clientele list, they get to determine who gets a call for that bag or not. Now, unfortunately, and they have certain colors, and different sizes and styles. Now, me, I've never been an obsessed person with the bag. To me, no disrespect to the bag is actually very plain. It's very simple. I don't know what makes the bag that expensive, but it is what it is. Now, over the past few years, we have been oppressed by society by always coming out to show these lifestyles, of, oh my God, I'm in a private plane. Oh my God, I'm wearing a Birkin. Oh my God, I'm traveling on vacations. And the truth is that majority of Nigerians have always looked at these things and felt oppressed by it. It has always given them a sense of, I'm not good enough. And my question is, why are you pressuring yourself? Why are you pressuring yourself? If anyone knows things about Birkins, you would realize that the majority of the Birkins you see in Nigeria are completely and utterly fake. Yes, I said that one with my full chest too. They are fake. All the Van Cleef bracelets and the Cartier bracelets and even some Cartier watches have been deemed fake because either the colors are not matching, either how is it that every celebrity in this country, by some means, has this product when there's a limited amount of stock created every single year. See, all I tell you in this life is pray for good health. Pray for God to give you the power to understand what you're supposed to be and the vision to follow in life. And pray for good style. Because even if you use things from Primark or what do they call it? Zara or Mango, you can still look equally as cool. If you spend your life having big eyes for what people have, not understanding how they got it, if it was legal or illegal, you will put yourself in a depressive state of mind. And when you're in that state of mind, it's going to push you to want things that might not come the right kind of way. And I ask you why. See, listen, I've always been a kind of person. It's not that I don't see things on the internet. Now, what trips me the most is vacations, right? I am not a girly girl in the sense of, oh, I love shopping. I detest shopping. The only kind of shopping I like is I like to look at cars. I don't mind test driving cars. And I love electronics. Anything else really gives me the ick. It gives me I'm not one of those women that will go to the mall and say, oh, I'm going to spend 3-4 hours in the mall searching for clothes. The idea that I have to buy clothes really irritates me. Like, you mean to tell me I have to take off my clothes to put back on clothes to see if it fits, and if it doesn't fit, and especially in times like winter, I'm not doing that. So my partner buys my clothes for me because I do not have, I shouldn't even say I have a style, although I look chic, but have basically all the things I wear my partner gets for me because I cannot be bothered with that. Now, if you put me in an electronics shop, I died there. 12 hours, I am there. Even if I don't buy anything, I want to see how it functions. I want to see how it moves. That's how I am. Now, like I said, I have always been on both sides of the world. I have tasted what poverty feels like. That's from not eating 2 meals a day to actually living their life. I felt both of them. And I promise you, there's no need to pressure yourself. One thing I understand is that you, as a young person growing up, you do not need to put that kind of pressure. The only pressure you should put is on yourself, not on what people are doing. Put pressure on yourself to get to your dreams the right kind of way, the legal kind of way, because that's the only way you would ever get satisfaction in your life. Majority of the successful people that you observe in Nigeria right now, let's say men, did not make their money in their young 20s, 30s. Majority of them made their monies in their 50s, right? Look at the creator of iPhone. He made money in his 40s, right? He established himself in his 40s, and unfortunately, he passed away because he was ill. But do not make your eyes big on what people have. Majority of them don't even have real products, but you will pressure yourself of trying to feel among and trying to feel important when you know you cannot financially handle it. Like I said, I've been on both sides of the world, and never has my eyes been bigger than I could control. I never look at someone's pocket and say, okay, if they got that, then I can do this and I can move this way. No, I don't move that way, because your money is yours. And a lot of times women will put themselves in situations where they're around people which they detest in all ramifications, but they are there. A rich man doesn't mean generous man, honey. Do not let the world pressure you. Take your time, elevate yourself, pray, put in the work. The only way to see success and the only way to see achievements is by putting in the work. And also understand that sometimes, even when you're putting in the work for years, it takes time. Greatness takes time. It's not something, God would never give you something just because, you put a little bit of effort. He wants to see if you're consistent. He wants to see your pattern. He wants to see how you move. He wants to see your character build when you do have that wealth. And sometimes God will throw money into your face just to see how you react. And based on that reaction, he decides if to keep giving it to you or pulling it away. Stop looking at people. Some people ain't shit. That's just the truth. We've seen them all over. For the last it's just last year and this year, things started becoming a little bit more real. I have always been on the opinion that, okay, if you have all the wealth and so are you giving it out, you're not giving it out. So why are you trying so hard to oppress people that don't have? You want to show people that you're better than them, you're at a different class than them. That's why majority of these people start carrying mopola, running around trying to oppress you for what? If you cannot contribute something. It's only this year mostly that people have started becoming more realistic. Even when you look at top celebrities like them Kardashian, back then 10 years ago, oh my god, they were admired to a T. But now people are like, wait, hold on, all that ain't even realistic. Let's come down to earth a bit. Focus on your hustle. I'm telling you this, it might feel hard, it might take long. Someone like me, like I always say, I'm not quite where I want to be. There's still a lot of dreams I have. There's still a lot of potential. There's still a lot of me trying to figure out how to navigate my time, because timing is very important. Do you understand? I'm still working on it, but I am very content. Because the moment you start opening your eyes and making big eyes on things that are unrealistic and you cannot even account for it, that's the beginning of your downfall. Because the second you open yourself to receiving things that are not of your hard work, that's the beginning of the end of you. Because once you start doing that, you jump into the next one. Today is, let me get money from this person. Let me get this from this person. Tomorrow you're going to go into extremes. You would go into extremes, whether you like it or not. Because at this point, you've created a false illusion, a false narrative of who you are, and you'll be so desperately trying to uphold that narrative. And that's the most dangerous part to be in. Believe in God, believe in yourself, and I know that each and every one of you can do it. I promise you, there is no one on this planet that was born into this earth that came as an empty vessel. You all have something tied to you. Just take your time to figure it out. Sometimes you might need to do a basic job before you can get to promote that talent, because some talents need funding. But do not pressure yourself and look at people's lifestyle, because half of them, you cannot do what they do. I promise you. You see a 20-something-year-old come out with this and that and that and that, and you look at their status and, do you understand? You cannot do what they do. Some people are sleeping in graveyards. Let's not forget that. Some people are on people to get to where they are. So don't forget that, okay? Anyway, love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow. I think I'm done for tonight.